All right, hello. How's everybody doing? How's it going there, Alistair? How's it going there? Echo. How's everybody doing? All right. So I always forget to turn on the noise cancel on my headset, and then I have to do it, and then I can't hear for a second. All right, so we're gonna start working on the wrecker. We got Alistair's challenge going, so that is starting to get toward the deadline there. Let's just double check it. It is in challenge info. Alistair does a good job on his challenge info. Again, read that. 10 days. So we got what is it? Next Thursday? No, it's got to be beyond that. So a week Thursday. It looks like at looks like 1 a.m. my time. So we got some time on it. Been really enjoying working on the airplane. That's starting to finish up. So I want to start to clean this up a little bit. This is functionally working really well. The wrecker. Got to work on some of the stuff. So the big thing that's going to be a pain in the ass is putting in storage. I think we'll do it right here. I want to put a rail in this. The problem I'm having is I need this rotor to be able to turn. I don't think we're going to have a problem if I cut out some of the weight on that. We'll see. I'd rather not raise the rotor up if I don't have to, but I do want to put some design work in the sides here, and the rotor tends to hit it. So got to work on that. How's it going there, Amanda? Hello, Amanda. How are you? Good to see everybody. Yep, but gotta work on this a little bit. I'll probably bounce around, do some other builds. But so some things to do. Let's go ahead, and I think what I'll do is I'll open up my list for this. Try to get a little bit efficient on this. I got the wrecker page up now. What the hell is Peepus? I got that going. Let's see. Let's fix this so that I have that all set. All right, so let's see. Make a to-do list here for the wrecker. Recommend this. It helps you not get all screwed up when you're trying to remember what to do next. All right, so we need to work on remote control. Let's see. Tidy up the control panel. We need to work on equipment lockers. Let's see. Dress the rear. Work lights. What else? I think that's pretty good for right now. I think we're mostly plumbed in. Okay, so let's check something real quick. Check my rear connections here. All right, I don't think I have the composite hooked up. I don't for the light cord. Let's see, where's T-Test2? T-Test2 right there. All right. Excellent. What is that? That is crane controller. That's to the winch. All right. Good. How's it going? Dano. I haven't seen Dano in a while. How are you? Good to see you. Hello, Dr. Dano. All right, so we're starting to make some progress here. All right, so get some ports in. So we should be able to put equipment lockers here. So let's do this. Let's go ahead. I don't want to be too hasty with deleting stuff I currently need. So let's do that. I just have a hole behind that? I guess I did. Let's do that. I should not need this anymore. Let's get rid of that. Symmetry is off at the moment. That is the controller for the supports. I think where I want this controller for the supports. Let's put it in front of the supports. Cat, what are you doing, buddy? Let's go. Can I go there without hitting the... See, I gotta look on this side for the extension. Yeah, I should be able to put it there. All right. And then we've got you here. All right, good. So that is good. And then I need to watch. These doors are not symmetrical, so I got to kind of think on these. We are one, two. Can't see for shit. 1, 2, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. So this is the far side, so we'll be good on this side. So we should be able to go, I would say, in here. Let's go semiotrus. Like that. Okay. So we should be able to put equipment lockers in here, I would say. I do play with members at times. I'm starting to maybe do. I'm going to be a lot busier here in the nearish future, so I will have a little bit of a time restriction coming up, but we'll see. But I have been doing some multiplayer with people. It's usually with members. So. Members and longtime subscribers. I've been doing some multiplayer, but took a little break from multiplayer. Might get back into it. We'll see. All right, so that's going to be equipment locker there. You know, one thing I'm talking about is one of the reasons I've been working on cargo stuff is to maybe do some multiplayer cargo, which I think will be fun. All right, so I think put the rotation there or here. It doesn't really matter. Mana. Okay, and then let's see. Wapel. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? Okay. What else would we want to put in here? Let's do this for now. I'll figure this out later. All right, so we have equipment lockers there. Put some controller above it, I would say. Yeah, like a lot of the mining stuff we did multiplayer. All right. trying to decide how I don't want to do about some of this stuff. All right, let's look at this. This is like a lot of this can go. I'm gonna redo all the crane controls pretty much. So that is master power, engine start stop, volts, bat. See ya. That is RPM, engine temp, fuel, high temp. See ya. This is mostly shifting. Yeah, I'm gonna redo a bunch of this. Speed, gear, park brake release, unlock arm. Okay. See ya. That's functions and that's 3. That's perfect. All right, absolutely perfect. All right. Okay. Trash that off. Let's see. How do I have these functions? Hopefully they're all push buttons. Push, 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 push. Gorgeous. I really did like the way Citrus runs his support doors. Let's see. Let's go ahead and save this real quick, and then I'm going to stick it in the bench at Spy Cakes. What are we talking, the 8th? Yeah, I got to pay my bill today. Why do they have them indented? Because the door is going to cover them. So. I may or may not keep them indented, but that's currently the thinking. I'm going to see if I like it or not. So, seeing if I can keep the start with these doors open. I haven't decided yet if I'm indenting these or not. I'm trying to put a little bit of texture on this. One of the issues I'm gonna have here is this rotor needs to feel like I don't want the rotor too high. I'm gonna raise the center of gravity, so I want one block here. But we run into problems if I put blocks here. I will hit it with the ass here. So I could thin this for could change the angle on this is what I'll probably end up doing. I just completely get rid of all my rotation. I know I still have some rotation. Let's do it. Run it real quick. See, let's go infinite electricity for now. Yeah, I got the lock on. So here I gotta hit the lock manually. Oh, come on. Let me hit the lock manually. It's gonna be a pain in the ass doing it in this base. I just want to make sure where my. Let me quickly measure this. The only reason this is in here is for measurement. So it would be 3 off. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. So that would work with the doors open. So that's fine. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Let's go back to the proper base. Let's just go to Draymore. Screw it. I like Draymore. So I'm just trying to see if I can run those doors open if I need to. So let's go ahead and test this real quick. So Oh, stop. Just jump. There we go. All right. A lot of that stuff, I'm really glad they made it manual, so you can also do things manually, because it's like when I attach trailers and stuff, it's nice to have the manual. All right, so that hits right there, so I'm trying to see what I would need to thin it. All right, so I'm only having to thin one layer. That's not too bad. All right. Because these are all weight blocks, so I'm trying to minimize how much I'm cutting, so I should be able to do this fine here. Let's see. Trying to minimize the cutting on that. All right, good. Put a bunch of pressure on it. There we go. All right. Ah, we're hitting. Shit. I don't want to trim this anymore. I really don't. Wait, no, what are we hitting? Oh, front. Okay, front on those corner pieces. Okay, good. We're hitting here. Kind of like the square look, but this is still fine with a little bit of shape on it. A lot of these industrial builds I like because, you know, they naturally tend to be pretty squared out. Eventually I'll put the button back on this for detaching that, but not right at the moment. All right, that's clear now, so excellent. All right, good. So that's now clear of the sides there. That's clipping, which sucks. That's clipping. Let's see. Worry about cutting too much weight off this. I can add it somewhere else, but I gotta be careful here. Got to be a little careful of where I put that weight. So, all right, let's see. Can we smash some weight in there? We got a little bit of space. I can dump some weight in here. I just want to make sure we are weighted enough. Okay. That should add quite a bit back. Oh, cable on me. Just rehook it so I don't have it on me all day. There we go. All right. Do not want any clipping. All right, so that's probably where we'd get most of our clipping is at 45 and at 90. So that looks clean there. That's going to be fine. And we should be fine there too. All right, good. So that is now clear. Excellent. Yep, for a build challenge for Alistair's. All right, so there's a little bit of dressing on that. Nice, nice. All right, let's work on the controller remote. Where is that? Crane. That was the crane controller right here. No. It was right there. All right, seat and 2 winch. All right. Trying to think how I want to do this panel controller here. Let me see where I stand here. That's the correct height. That is the correct height. Go off symmetry for a sec. Where is the deck angle on this? So I don't want to right above the, I want to right there, I think. I'm trying to think more. Can't go there. Yeah. You'd have to move to open, you know, stand the open door is fine. But I don't know, I'm not really digging it at the moment. Let's see. Don't know if I will actually double it up on both sides. I'm gonna have to run through the freaks if I do that. Let's see. Show me where the freak's at. All right, let's go like this. Shit. What have I not done? Okay, that's fine. All right, we're good. We're back to where we need to be. Yeah. Why is this different on this side? Oh, that's why. Okay. I got to try to get the weight back in here, and this is a pain in the ass because I can't dump weight like that. Let's cut this. All right. Sure that's looking good symmetrically. That looks fine. All right, good. All right, so I'll start working on the remote. Anything up on the roof? No. Anything there? Nope. Okay. Can I get the black color, please? Thanks. Can't see for shit here. Let's just do 1, I think. Anything I really need to run to this winch? Yes. Okay. Always. It's always, I'm always like, make them too long, and then I run out. Gripper breaks. Winch down, winch on off. Probably get rid of the winch 2 on off. I don't know. No, might use that. Crane lock release. Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger. All right. I'm gonna add functions onto this, so it's worth making it bigger anyway. All right, there we go. Logic. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Let's go. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm doing the radio frequency. I don't need that. Not like that, I don't. Let's go back. I'll just do a direct connect. That way. I was gonna throw it through the panel, but I don't need to. So I'll save myself some aggravation. Right, that'll work. And then, yeah. All right. I'll probably end up having to expand this anyway, but we'll start like this. Okay, there's seat. So I have, okay, there's seat right there. All right. Change that up. Okay, so this should mostly be plumbed. Four, let's see, one. All right, so I'm gonna have to add that in. All right, so I'm gonna start making this controller work the way I need it to for the remote. Because I cannot do the reset 100%, so we need to go into deltas and greater than deltas and greater than inputs and do the booleans. That will be 4. And then this is going to be direct connect these off. Okay. X and Y or W. So W is what we're running here. So we want to run that as W there and that as W there. That will then go to downs and ups. See you later, or blocks. See you later. See you later. All right. that will do that. So this is making it so the remote will also work with the crane controllers. All right, good. Two, I did two. Two winch. I don't know what that's all about. We'll see. Oh, that's pass through. So that's so that if I want to send some signal through the winch to be able to, uh, I'm setting up the system for all my cranes to work with functions. So they have a function keypad. It's functions 1 through 4, and that allows you to put on different units. Say, for example, you want to do a connector for a container, and you want to be able to rotate it. You want to be able to drop one side of the container, pick up the other side of the container, do all this different business. You can then have function keys so that you don't. It's not specifically for one action, and so most of my crane systems kind of work with this function system. All right, so I kind of trying to prepare them all for that, so I don't have to retrofit them later. All right, two I gotta fix too, as well. Let's go there. All right, and then this one here is gonna get the same treatment. Okay. What number are you? Dose? Dose. Okay. And then 21 goes there to W. That goes there. All right, pulsing on those. Did I pulse the other ones? I don't think I did. I should probably pulse them. Just to make sure that they don't keep running away. They shouldn't, but it's a good prevention. Okay. All right. All right, so that's the next system there. Straight and fly right there, guy. All right, I don't know what this 2 inches descending out to the winch, so that's fine. That can just hang up here for now. What are you down here? You are. It's winch 1 on off. I believe that's function 1. So we'll make that 1 as well. Okay. So we'll make that 1 on the remote. Shit, are the remotes toggles? That's what's annoying is some of them are like, I think the remotes are toggles and I want them as pushes. So we should be able to run it through a pulse anyway. Okay. What do you, winch 2 on off? I'm not even going to worry about that right now. All right, and then you're still plugged in anything that can go. All right, that's fine for now. All right, I'm trying to think of what I want to do for the lock. Where's the lock? Just saw it. Right here. Let's check everything here. I think we should be pretty good. All right, let's run it. That's not a good start. Let's just quickly check everything that I need to on this to make sure. I think we still have infinite electricity on. We do. All right. All right, you got a Freak 6. Good, good, good. Transmit mode is going to be off. It's a receiver. All right, let's see what's up. All right, that's going to the remote radio. That's good. All right. That's all set. Electricity doesn't matter at the moment. All right, what's up? Let me look. Merge down, you merge down. Okay, good. So let's test something else first, and then I'll get back to this. All right, good. So, okay, that's why. All right. So I'm having a. I did not want that one to be pulse. That was the one that was not supposed to be pulse, and I added a pulse to it. So there you go. All right, good. So that's reattached, and then let's try the remote. Okay, that is just backwards. All right, that's all that is backwards. All right. So that is backwards. We're going to fix that. So that is 4. Let's see. Yep, okay. Do it this way. 20. 18, okay. Could move them, or I could just leave it crisscross. I'll just leave it crisscross. All right. Okay. All right, so remote's not working on left, right, extension. Extension's backwards anyways. It's working on the remote. It's backwards compared to where I want it anyways. I got to fix that. It's backwards on here as well, so just got to flip those. This one actually is fine. It's the remote that's backwards. So I got to do remote on that, and then I cannot rotate, so we'll check that. All right. So let's see. Extension retraction is backwards on the remote right there. Where's my remote? Remote, remote, remote right there. So what we'll do is Okay. That should fix that. And then rotation, we're having problems on. Where's yaw? Right here. So what is up? I got 3. Okay, that's why I never even worked on that for that. So I got to fix this section here. Come on, fully highlight. Thanks, guy. Okay, what are we talking? 3 on that. Likely everything's backwards at the moment, so. I got everything? I think I do. All right. All right, let's try that out. Yep. Why did that not release? And what's up with my rotation here? Rotation is not only backwards, but it is it's consistent. I gotta fix that. Oh, what the hell's that about? All right. I don't know why that didn't release on Raise though. It's funny. It was working fine before. All right, let's see. All right, we got 3. If 3 is less than, this could be backwards. That could be the problem. Let's see. Okay. Why is that still going is the question. So I have to put variability in there. Let's see. Should be, well, it's not going to run the same as pitch. Because I got a 360-degree rotor, so I have to convert it out here, so something's up here. W. So W is doing dick all, but this is starting early, so I got to read out what this is doing off that. Let's put in a cancel. Yeah, I lost the cancel, I think. That would make sense, huh? That's probably what it is. That could be why it was grabby too, is it was trying to pull, so we should put in a shear move on there. Yeah, see, that should be disconnecting as soon as I click up. I don't know why it's not. All right, so the yaw on the remote is backwards. Typical, typical, typical. All right. Yaw on the remote is backwards. That's fine. So D, perfect. So this is now flipped. So I want that to go out and then in. That's good. Up, left. That needs to be reversed, of course. But and then I need to get the winch going correctly. All right. So the winch is not working yet on the remote, and yaw is backwards on the remote. All right, that's fine. All right, yaw is backwards on the remote. Hope it was 19. think it was. Okay, that fixes that. Oh, come on, man. How did I not grab that? All right, so yaw is fixed, and then I need winch to be fixed. So I haven't got the winch yet. So winch is W and S. Let me see what's off. That's the remote right there. All right. I need to grab another set of this here. What is this? This is not plugged in. What is that? Winch? Oh, right here. This is the winch. What is this down here? Oh, that's winch on off. Okay, this is where I'm looking for here. All right, that needs to be plugged in. All right, let's see. Likely to be backwards, of course, but we'll see. All right. Let's go test the winch out. Still don't know why this now is not releasing when I ask it to release, so I got to check that out. How many remotes do I need on me? Jesus. Get rid of one. There we go. All right. I can't tell if that's paying out or paying in. Looks like it's paying out, so likely backwards. Yeah. Everything's backwards. Always. All right, let's fix that. Okay, that's fixed. What else was I gonna do? Why? Yeah, I gotta figure out why the hell is this not releasing. So it's on crane lock release. As soon as I push, oh, that's why I flipped it here. That's why. All right. Did that raise or what? I can't tell. Okay, good. When I first initialized, it's supposed to go all the way up. All right. Right. Yay, we're moving in the right direction now. All right. And then if we go ahead, we can do everything also on the manual panel too. All right, good. So that's all set. Nice. All right, good. And this will remain manual. All right. Still don't know why this one is strong and lifts it and the other one does not. I gotta check that. The other one is very weak, does not lift the truck. This one is the weak one, so I don't know why this one's weak. You see, this one will not lift the truck. Not that I need it to lift the truck, but here's why. Let's see something. We might shrink this down. I have no real need to lift the truck, so. Could theoretically, can I cut some out of here is the question. Yeah, I really don't want to move everything. Hmm. Can I move everything and not have it be a giant pain in the ass? No, it can't move down because of this. Okay. I could get rid of the gap on there. Yeah, I could de-gap that. That's what I could do. Let's save it real quick before I fart around with this. Check chat. Hello there, Chuck. How are you? How is it? How are you? Oh, good. Somebody's getting booted. Very nice. I enjoy when I can boot somebody for their misbehaviors. Bye. Oh no, another one. Ban that one too. No, that's very hard. I love it how they come in here and they think that they're doing something. Oh my god. Oh, show them. It's like ban you in 2 seconds, dude. I don't know. I don't get the point. You're just wasting your own time. Just childish humor too. I don't get it. Probably because I guess I'm an adult, so I know these things. Let me see. Yeah, it's just silly to me. It just takes all of like 2 seconds for me to ban them when they're misbehaving. I don't get what the point is. Seems pretty silly to me. Alright, let's shit. Okay, good. I do have symmetry off. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. My god, can I see anything in here or not? Okay. There we go. Alright. What was that? Is that doubled? Is that why that's stronger? That could be it. I bet you that's what it is. Here, let's go back a second. Oh shit. I saved it, so let's just go back to the save. Well, I saved it. Alright, I wonder if I forgot to double up the other side. That would not surprise me whatsoever. If this one's not doubled, that would make sense. Just doubling there. It's doubled right here. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, see, I don't know why. Let me see. Make sure these are the same way. Max, max. Okay, these both facing the same way. I can see them fighting each other, and that's why. Nope, they're both downs. Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird. I think I just don't care about it. It's a bunch of extra work to redo it for no apparent reason. Let's skip that then. I think what I want to do with probably just put the control panel right here over the tires. Oh, stop. Don't want it too high between the tires. I think I put it right off this tire here. Yeah, I want it somewhat close to the door there. And I might go a little bit further away. Trying to think if I want to do a cover door on this or not. But it's tough over the tires now if I do a cover door. The other option is stick it in here recessed and put a flip up door, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Leave it there for now. I haven't decided yet. This I want to cover, this little hole, but it's a pain in the ass to do it. So remove tanks and everything else. Read some chat here. Hello there, Fiat. How are you? Oh yes, indeed. Hello, hello. Yes, I remember. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, good. All right, let's see. I think we'll take a quick coffee break here, use the facilities, and I shall return. Alright, I am returned. How's it going there, Variante? How are you? Good to see you. Alright, so I think we've made some good progress on this. Probably take a little breaky poo on this. Let's go ahead. I don't want duplicate panels. I just want from the driver's side and then the remote control. So run from the driver's side, and then if you want to run the other side, do remote control. Take it for a quick drive. But everything seems to be working really well. Yeah, can lift the load up, like the overall shaping of it now with the raised areas. What I might do is put, yeah, I'm going to put probably a corner piece in the bottom. That'll help get rid of that, be able to see that pipe connection there. You wouldn't drive like this. The brakes are a little bit touchy. You'll have to work on that. You wouldn't drive like that. You would drive like this with this up if you didn't have a... Is that not working? Huh. Why is the winch not working? Interesting. All right, let's see. Okay, I gotta figure out why that winch isn't working as well. But you drive with this up. Unless you had something on it. Alright, so drive with that up like so. So I might put some sort of light on there. Be kind of an interesting touch. So put a brake light on there, be kind of nice. But drives really well, tows well, crane works really well. Nice to finally have a rotor wrecker. You know, that way this is a lot better for, like, the crane is nice to be able to pick stuff up, but then if it's damaged, you know, this can pick it up and then tow it. So especially for career, that's nice. Having no real issues with this. Yeah, I have plenty of time to finish up. This is one of the more hairy areas. You know, damage, I believe, is on. Yeah, damage is on, so haven't had any issues with damage. A lot of people, like there was something on the official, you know, talking about how you can't drive anywhere without the car just blowing up, or there was somebody with a race car, and they literally like are going like 100 miles an hour and ran into a hill, and they were like, "Boo game, why do you explode?" It's like, because you would in real life. You go 100 miles an hour, you run into a hill, you're gonna explode. But it's also like a lot of people they put their suspension on the front and then they don't, you know, they use too springy of a suspension and you hit like a bump and it does exactly what it do in real life. It friggin' destroys your car. It's like I hit a pothole when I first started driving. It was a gnarly pothole. And as soon as it completely bottomed out the spring, and then it bent the tire. You know, because it bottomed out the spring, and then the only thing left to give is the tire. The tire gave out, and then the rim gave out. You know, so it's like that's what's going to happen. You know, people act. You know, a lot of these people are probably young kids who've never driven a car before, and have no clue how any of this stuff works. But it's again, it's like they immediately will blame the game for these things. It's like that's what would happen. It's like you're driving 100 miles an hour and you hit a big hill. You're gonna bottom out your suspension and blow out your tire and blow out your rim. That's what happens, you know. And so it's like some of those things, like people need to understand. Well, what would happen IRL, you know? If you don't want that to happen, go in here and shut off vehicle damage, and guess what? It won't happen. It's like you have all the choices. You know, you can have it run realistically or not. It's up to you. Let's turn on the hazards. They're not connected to the seat yet. I gotta do it here. Try not to run off the road here. So there we go. We get cherries, flashers, all around, all around. front ones are going. Just trying not to drive like a jackass here. Probably a little bit sensitive on the steering. We'll probably tune that down just a little bit. But it's not bad. You know, it has simulated air brakes in there using the pressurization update. Not going to worry about doing hydraulics. But functions well. We're driving, what, 62 miles an hour. A lot of these trucks would have, in the U.S. at least, would have a 65 mile an hour governor on them. So, you know, you'd be going 65. And then if you put a load on there, guess what? You're going slower. Like, a lot of people extrapolate too is, oh, in my car, I can go up a hill on the highway and still do 75. That's not how a truck works. A truck, when you go up a hill, and the hill is, you know, tall and long especially, you will lose speed. Like, there's a hill in my town on the highway. It is not that tall of a hill, but it is long. You know, you're going up the hill for a long grade, and you know, we would drop from 65 down to 55 going on that grade. You know, we can't maintain speed going up the hill. And that's normal in a truck. And people, again, who've never driven a truck, then will say, oh, this sucks, you can't do that. It's like, no, dude, that's how it is IRL. You know, if you want your truck to be able to go up this hill at 90, great. Add unrealistic power to it and it'll do it. You know, but it's not realistic. So I'm content with the functionality of this. Challenge is a good challenge. A lot of good competitors in there. I really like all their builds. So probably start my next one in a little while. It's going to be air-based. I have pretty much, I think I have the idea that I want. So we have city horn. We have air horn. You don't drive around this, you know, town blowing your air horn all the time. That's what the city horn's for. You know, that's why it's called city horn. Is, you know, you're on the highway. Like, we didn't even have air horns, but if you're on the highway, you know, and you're gonna crash into something, you blare the air horn to let everybody know to get out of the way. If you know, like, for example, you'll notice with tractor trailers especially, they leave like hundreds of feet in front of them, and then a car will pull right in front of the tractor trailer. It's like there's 100 feet in front of the tractor trailer so that it can stop in time. And then if you fill that gap, that's the safety cushion. If you fill the safety cushion, they are going to hit you. And so that's one of the reasons you have an air horn is, like, if you know, blow the air horn to let the car know, I cannot stop. Get out of the way so that they don't get killed. And, you know, so that's generally when you're running your air horn is for that, is because it's super loud. You can hear it. That's why they put the air horn on there. Is same thing with trains. Is, you know, trains can't, you know, if it's going to take a mile to stop and there's something on the tracks, they're going to blast the air horn until you get the hell out of the way so you can hear it from a long distance before they arrive. But, all right, so this is working well. Got to tune the brakes up a little bit, but where the hell are we? We'll save this. We'll move into something else for a little bit. All right. All right. Hello, Dutch Truck Guy. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Yes, exactly. You know, that's the thing too, is it's like if you were on a real bumpy road in real life, guess what you do? Slow down. But the problem is a lot of people, they don't want to do, like, you know, like this road's pretty bumpy. Like, you go through there, it's not terrible, but like this bump in real life would wreck your car if you hit it at 60. And so in real life, what would you do? Well, because you're actually going to feel the pain of hitting the bump, because you might get hurt hitting the bump in real life, and because you don't want to spend $6,000 to get your car fixed, you slow down in real life. But in game, you get people that don't give a shit. So what do? They hit the bump at 60, and oh my god, they damage their car, and then they want to boo the game. It's like, dude, if you don't want to damage your car, slow down like you would in real life. Treat it like you would in real life. And if you don't want to, shut off damage. You know, that's kind of my whole thing. It's like, you know, it's a double-edged sword too. Is if the roads are too flat, people would say, "Oh, the roads are so boring." You know, and then if the roads are like this, they go, "Oh, I can't go 400 miles an hour up the road here without damaging my car." So it's like, it just I roll my eyes whenever I hear some of that stuff. No, I'm not saying that's what Dutch Truck Guy's saying, but it's this is an interesting and fun road because it is tough. It's like with games like SnowRunner. They're not going to put a flat highway in there because that's the point is to like have to drive a little bit. This is a cool, steep, windy road up a mountain. So what should you do? Slow down, drive carefully. When you get over here to the highway, you can go full bore the entire way. You just saw me do it at 65 miles an hour and have no problems. And that's because it is designed to be a highway. So you can do that. But you get into rocky mountainous terrain just like you would in real life. You need to slow down, you need to be careful, you need to watch, make sure you're not hitting the bumps excessively, you need to make sure you don't bottom out. You know, Not that it's in game, but think of some of this craggy terrain here as rocks, right? If you hit a rock and you slam into a rock, like right here, this is like if you had a pothole or a big rock. That's why you need to be careful. And then you get complaints too that there are no good roads in game, but go ahead and go down to the Meyer Islands. Meyer Island has fantastic roads, and that was a big part of that DLC, and so it was to make it so that you could do more trucking and trains. It was very much it was meant to be a logistics update. So there was roads that are great for logistics. It's one of the reasons why, like in Great Britain, the trailers tend to be shorter. They have cab overs is because the roads were designed, for horse and buggy, and carts, and they're incredibly old. And so, because of that, and they're very windy, because again, they didn't design it with highways in mind back in the day. And so, the trucks are designed in that way. In the US, we have very long trucks with long noses on them. Why? Because it's a younger country with, they had the Highway Expansion Act. And, and because of that, we have long, wide, flat highways, and so you can have those fast, long trucks and have no problems. Hello, Aiden. How are you? I returned SnowRunner. I just didn't think I was gonna play that much. Yeah, but I returned SnowRunner. I don't have it anymore. It was all right. It just wasn't something I was gonna play much of. I don't think. Yeah, the faster you go, the more you need arrow, like, and the more it helps. Let's see. What do I want? So, oh, geez. Worked on a Huffer gen cart yesterday. I'd like to make a new tug. I started making one. I wasn't happy with it last night. Just kind of playing with it. I'll decorate this a little bit. I might whiten it up. I don't know. Let me look. Do a little bit of deco on this. I'll look at some Huffer carts. Yep, that's the wrong one. Let me fix the cover screen for when I sign off. Let's do that. Let's go. Here are a bunch of different Huffer carts. Some of them are completely enclosed. Some of them will actually show the compressor inside. Like you can see, this one has some tanks in there. A lot of them have the, like ours we used to have, you could see the big tank. Like a lot of them are just enclosed now. They're just boxes. And then we have a GPU cart. Here are GPU carts. Same thing. They're just a big box. All the stuff's inside. Again, I like this. I like the industrial stuff because it's not made to look fancy dancy. It's like put items in big box, put wheels on box. Yay. It's like that's what their goal is. Is like they don't need them to be pretty because it's like it's very utilitarian. Like here's GPU coming off of the here are the generators or transformers depending on what they're using, and they just plug in there. And then here's the PCA, preconditioned air, right there. So instead of running the packs, because you need the APU for the packs to run the air conditioning, you just plug that hose in. Usually, PCA sucks. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing. You know, PCA is usually pretty bad. It's like you'll go back if it's hot, it's hot. If it's cold, it's cold. It doesn't blow. Usually the heat on PCA is better, but it's not great. Just kind of looking at it a little bit here to see if I want to dress this up. I might not worry about it right now and do something else, but I think I might work on the. I have a couple tugs. We'll work on another tug. Yeah, I played a little bit of SnowRunner. Wasn't certainly seemed like a good game. It just wasn't feeling it, you know. And I got it during the sale too, so it was like return it if I wasn't gonna play it. Which side do I like better? I kind of like this. I don't know. Let's go. I think try that and leave that. I think that's best. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put some like decaling here, some decaling there. You know, that will make it a little bit interesting, but we'll save that. But that cart works well. So let's look at some of my tugs. So like this one is, I reworked this one. This one works really well. It actually has an automatic transmission too, which I almost never do automatics. All right, so this one could use transmission work. Because what we might do is play some multiplayer where we go ahead and do cargo. So Crab was having issues the other day. Just checking some chat. Are you leaving, Dano? We'll see you later. Yeah, the sales aren't bad on stuff like I have American Truck Sim already. I don't think I've ever really played it. The thing is, like, one of my favorite things. Let me look at ATS real quick. Not gonna do it. So, like, does it have VR integration yet? No, I don't think it does. See, this would be ideal, I think, for VR. Like, my favorite VR game is VTOL VR. And one of the reasons is that I like VR for this, and I understand why they don't do too much VR because it's expensive for people to get in, and so they don't do it. But like VTOL is great because like there's a bunch of different airplanes, and I don't have to change up. I don't have to bring up my joysticks and hook them all up, and like they're covered in dust. I have to vacuum them, hook them up. I usually have to calibrate them. It's a big pain in the ass every time you want to, either do when you want to get into an aircraft or you want to get into a truck or something like that. It's a pain in the ass. All right, we'll see you later, there, Tripper. It does have VR, okay. So I like this because like here are some of the planes you can fly in VTOL, and so when I jump in this plane, I jump in and I have the two joysticks in my hands, and the cockpit completely changes. So the cockpit feels different and new and unique. And I can still, I grab onto the stick with one of my joysticks. I grab onto the throttles with one of my joysticks. I let go of the throttles. I flip switches. It has haptic feedback. It feels very, very natural. It feels incredibly natural, and I like that. And then I jump into this plane, and the cockpit's completely different. And the controls are completely different. And I don't have to go spend all this time remapping all my joysticks and farting around with buttons, which I find just to be tedious. I jump in, I flip all the switches, it's unique, and I have the exact same two controllers in my hands, and all the buttons are on the screens, are in the actual cockpit. And I like that. Then I can jump into this plane, so I can jump back and forth, and I don't have to redo it. It'd be like, think of like DCS. If you jump in a different aircraft, you have to rebind all your shit, or you have to have a what the hell do they call it? A preset all saved up, and it's just tedious. Like, I haven't played this game in a while, and I can jump in today and I could play. I keep wanting to play a little Star Citizen, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go in and spend an hour, like literally an hour, to get all my keybinds fixed again. You know, and make a profile and all this other shit. And so it's like it's very tedious. And so like for American Truck Sim or something like that, uh, you know, Dutch Trucks guy saying that it does have VR. Let me see. I believe you. I don't know why they wouldn't show it here. Because it's good to do. It's like if you were gonna buy the game, you'd want to see it, you know. But the nice thing with this is like I'm trying to see if there's a picture of the interior of the cab. So for example, here's a picture of the interior of the cab. If I jump in this Eagle, I want to this the nice thing with these sorts of things is the cockpits are different. And so I want to be able to jump in and I want to be able to take my right controller in my hand and grab the steering wheel. And I have the steering wheel in my hand. It would be with my left hand, but with my left hand. And I would be steering with my left hand. And I would take my joystick and I would reach over and I'd grab the shifter and I would shift gears. And then I would let go of the shifter. And I would, I would press the trailer and the tractor park brake buttons with my that. I don't know how you do, like you could do braking with the trigger and accelerator with the other trigger. That should be fine. But, and then you jump in another truck and it feels, similar. Because it's like I have a steering wheel. I don't want to bring it out. I don't want to bring out my pedals. I don't want to hook them all up every time I want to play another game. That's added tedium. If I already had it set up, that's one thing. But that's the nice thing with VR is I literally could jump from VTOL VR into ATS into another game seamlessly. And that's what I like with VR is because you're just taking two joysticks and all the buttons and switches and everything are actually in the cockpit. You can easily jump from game to game to game. And you don't have to do a ton of stuff, and it feels more immersive. Like one of the reasons you're using a joystick or a wheel is it's immersive. It's even more immersive when you do it in VR, and you're actually like you physically feel like you're grabbing at the shifter knob or the steering wheel. So that's a big benefit I find to VR. So. Yeah. Just read. I don't speak Russian, so I don't know what you're saying there, guy. What is the meaning of what happened? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is it in the beta section? Okay. Look. Let us look. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the thing where I really think VR is the best is just that ability. For example, like you could spend 30 grand on a sim pit. There's a guy, I think he's an Aussie. He made it's the Warthog project, and he built an A10 like one-to-one cockpit in his house. And so that's really cool, but if you want to jump in the F-16, well, you now have the cockpit set up to be an A10, and so it doesn't fit or match. And so the nice thing with VR is you don't have to spend 30 grand on a sim pit. You jump in a Warthog, it looks like Warthog, all the buttons work, everything works great. And it's relatively cheap. Like, let's say you spent $2 grand on VR. Is it expensive? Sure. But is it 30 grand? No. Then you can, so you start to add these things together. Like, I have 3 joysticks sitting next to me, and then I've got a wheel sitting somewhere. I think it's downstairs. I got the pedals here. And so you got all this, and I've got a yoke, and I've got throttles, and all that stuff. It is so much better, I think, to pay for one VR setup and have like a small compact unit, and then everything work. So I think that's nice. I get you. Okay, it's in the beta section. Copy. All right, let's see. What do I want to work on here? So we might do some pallets. Let's make some interesting pallets. I'm kind of nah. So this is my small airport tug. This one's electric. This one works pretty well for what it is. The problem is, like, to be so compact, if I want to do a transmission, I don't have space for a transmission and for the engine. So one thing I could do theoretically is if I wanted to build another tug, which I don't really need to. I have my hybrid car. This hybrid car is fantastic. This car, and one of the main reasons I did the hybrid was it's very compact because I can have a 2-cylinder in there, something like that. Oh, I don't even know where the motor is. Can't see. I think it's in the back. Yeah, like I have a 2-cylinder in here, and I don't need the transmission microcontroller, and I don't need the transmission gearboxes. When you're building really, really small, that is helpful. So I could build, what's one thing I've been wanting to build? I'm trying to, like, I talked about this yesterday, that by building that VTOL cargo plane, it starts to give me like 5 or 6 more things I need to build. And so that really kind of keeps you like invested in building stuff. And so, like, for example, one thing I want to build is I have the crab. The crab's good, but the problem with, I'm having a little bit of a lifting problem with the crab. I can spawn something in with an add-on. There's really nothing I can just take in with me anyway on here. Like, I could probably so one thing I was thinking is putting like an attachment system up here. I could do that with gantry crane to hold it. I'm trying to think of some things I can do for vehicles. So one thing I want to do is be able to move fuel. So let's do a container-sized truck that can take a container on it. That would be. I want something I can fit in the aircraft that I can then also move a container with. I kind of like that whole notion of bringing everything with me. So let's do 3, 7. That's a 9-banger there. Trying to decide how. Yeah, I'm trying to think maybe a little truck to do some of this stuff. Forklift for pallets would be cool to work on as well. Let's work on a couple pallets. I can kind of spit those out and kind of figure out what I want to work on. So, like, right now I have this pallet. This is my pallet system. This will work with that plane. I think this is how the devs should have done containers. All they need to do is put like 2 grippers on there and let us put the tracks on, because the grippers are too tall, or 2 blocks tall. So, I made a video on this about, asking for more cargo logistics in game, because I think that would be helpful where you can, essentially with missions, you would have these pallets. And so, like, you can make some cool pallets here. Like, I have a couple where I have these Jet A pallets that look like small barrels. You can do a bunch of stuff like that, like do a generator pallet, do a bunch of cool stuff, and then do, have missions like, oh, you got to take this generator pallet here. The village had a storm and it knocked out the electricity, And then this tiny little trailer will actually work with the tug. So here, I'll show you real quick. Let's grab the tug. Like I have pallets for medical stuff that I can put in the back of my aircraft. Like I have different fuel pallets here. I have a spawner in there. I think that's just yeah, that is okay. That's just a meter. Not that it matters that that's jet fuel, but that's in there. And then I remember, how the hell do I fold this? Oh shit! Don't do that! Don't do that! Stop! 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 Brakes, prick! Brakes, prick! Why is the brakes not on? Come on! Getting annoying. Where is the controls for this? Huh. Oh, function 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what it is. Okay. Can't tell if this is going up or not. It's going up. Okay. I have this function set up to work with this particular tug. It's probably gonna snap because I didn't really fold it, but there we go. There we go. All right. So like something like this, which is small, and that's a lot of fuel in there. That's heavy. And so you can easily move these around and unload them. I do have it where I can control the... Okay, there it is. I found it. It's up, down. Up, down will angle it. But like something small like this where you can move these pallets around. And that's, you know, you can load up planes with this. Because that's how I was moving, making good money in career, is move these pallets around. I did not grip up the tires on the trailer. That's one of the reasons why it slides so much. But like making some more cool pallets would be nice. I'd like to see that for missions. I know how to do fuel efficiency. Let's see. Hello, Zizo. Let's see. I shall be able to help with this then. If you're aiming for fuel efficiency with a small modular engine in a boat, would you run at a higher RPS to reduce load or have lower RPS? Lower RPS. Yep. Yep, lower RPS. Yep, you should be able to, like, so, you know, the propeller in a boat, unless you're using the variable pitch propellers, well, it's still variable pitch propellers, but for all of the fixed pitch propellers in game, they're a screw. So for every one rotation, you're going to go a certain distance forward. So if you have a certain speed you want to achieve, let's say you want to go like the easiest. I don't think I have any boat examples quickly up here. Let me go check something. See if I have any electric boats. Probably not set up. I might have one. So for every one rotation of the propeller, you're going to go a certain distance forward. So let's say one rotation, 1 RPS is 1 meter per second forward. So if you go 19 RPS on the propeller, you're going to go 19 meters per second. So right there, you figure that out first. You know how many RPS you need to the propeller. So then you want to get your motor going, and you want to then gear to it. So if your motor is going to run at, say, oh, I don't know, 10 RPS, and you want 19, you would need a 2-to-1 gearbox. And so that will kind of tell you where you want to be. But yeah, it's just do the math first and then go through there. Like I have here, I'll find the tutorial video and show you that. What the hell? Oh, I'm clicking on all the wrong buttons here. Come on there, YouTube. All right, let's see. Let's see. I hate how it does this. Music got all loud all of a sudden. Try to find the new player career build series, but go through the new player career build series. I have a video in there about working out pretty much all of these. It answers pretty much all these questions. It goes through part by part. I'll just send you the series, but it goes through part by part, talking about, like, I'll quickly show it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So the videos on this are, if it will pop up, just the intro, and then you've got what is it, episode 2? Probably just showing you how to go do missions, and then I start getting into stability, so that's how to make your boat stable. So it pretty much goes through like building a boat and going through the things you're going to have to worry about as a new player. So I go through that. That has some good stuff. Like here's, oh no, I ran out of fuel, how to go get fuel in game, because that was a big thing of people, like, they're never thinking of fuel. Here is navigation. Making our boat faster. You know, I would watch this one. This one talks about how to gear the boat properly, and then, like, you know, if you want it more efficient, gear it up even more. You'll lose some speed, but you'll gain more efficiency. So essentially, what you're going to want to do is keep increasing the gear ratio until increasing the gear ratio causes you to go slower. That is the highest gear ratio you can run with that particular motor. If you go higher than that gear ratio, you're going to just get more and more and more efficient, fuel efficient. So if you want to go, so that's how you get more fuel efficient. Essentially, keep gearing it up. You're sacrificing speed for fuel efficiency. You're knocking down your speed and increasing the fuel efficiency. You're knocking down your RPS, which will cause you to burn less fuel, and you'll lose speed at that point. And then that's just a video on pressure, pressurization update fixes. But yeah, I would watch that series. That will help. Now, is the music still fucked up? Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing about it. If you guys have problems with the music or anything else, bring it up early. Like, literally, it's probably been off the whole time. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I bet it's been off the entire time. There we go. Now it's on. It's on now. Yeah. All right. Let's see what I want to work on. I'm trying to think what the hell I want to work on. We could make a little truck that can work. Let's make. Yeah, I think it would be fun to make a truck to go into the. Yeah, let's work on some vehicles that will work in this Plano. So the plane is 11 wide. It is a pain in the ass to get that big of a truck in, so we might make some 9s. The 9 right there. All right. So ideally, I'd like to load up this this plane with crab. The issue with crab is I was going to do forklifts of pallets. I keep getting distracted. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the pallets. Let's work on some pallets. And then I want to make a forklift for these pallets. Because, like, if we're going to do multiplayer with some of the stuff, I want to be able to get, you know, make it interesting. So put a center ribbon, maybe. All right. I changed something on here. So I start with the brakes on now. All right, that's the release now. All right, so that is kind of in there. So I want to work on a forklift, and this will be the forks. So the forks will be 2 off. All right. And as much as I don't like using them, it's going to just help to use some mag-alls, especially if it's heavy. We'll see how heavy this is. It will get heavy with the... Yeah, we'll get heavy with the fuel in there. One thing I have done in the past is load them full, but I like to be able to move them not full if I can. Don't know how long they should be. Probably there, I'd say. I'll have to redo all this, but that's fine. All right. The problem is I can't see shit if I do it that way. Yeah, if I put it in the center, I'm not going to be able to see shit. Yeah, I'm running the same problems. Not going to be able to see anything past the forklift. I'm going to have to go wider on the forks. Or else I'm just not going to be able to see anything. Need some visibility. Let's see, linear track there. Be dubious how heavy I'm going to be able to get this. We'll see. Okay. Okay, so that is probably the fork module there, I would say. Fork it to me. Trying to keep this forklift small, but the issue becomes I need an absolute buttload of counterweight. Yeah, I'm gonna need a ton of counterweight. Actually, I don't need that to be like that. Let's just do that because the fronts aren't gonna steer anyway. Okay. Have balance problems if I don't. Usually don't like to do symmetrical size wheels, but start to have issues with balancing if I don't. What's the weight? 503. Might actually pick the right distance, huh? hell am I pushing off of here? All right. How did that not get merged up? What is it hitting that it doesn't like here? Oh, there it goes. Alright, it's just grabbing the wrong. What the fuck is it doing? That's interesting. Okay. Should be right on that gripper. I don't know why it's not doing it. That's interesting. Let's see. Might not like that it's touching this. See if that behaves a little bit better here. Nope, still pissing about. I don't know why it's pissing about like this. This is something that it's when your character gets close, like all the physics starts to take over. It's obnoxious that it does that. But it's probably for some sort of, again, graphic savings to make sure that the multiplayer guys don't cry all the day long. Okay. Forklift currently. Yep. Yep, forklift. I'm trying to get my cargo stuff going for my airplane, so. See if this still bitches at me while I do that. No, so for some reason it's not. That gripper is integral to it to being strong, so I'll need to work on that. Let's see. That gripper should be fine grabbing that section. Because by turning it sideways, what you're doing is it puts it in the slot. And that's kind of important for it to do to be strong. So most of my heavy lifts do this. Because as it goes up, it will snap into position. So like if you put it 50%, it will snap into position and it locks, and you can shut the power off to these linear tracks and it will grab and hold it in position. So it's kind of an important system. I've never had it do this weird shit where it's like trying to go down. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like they're in line. It's not like they're out of line. They're all one part. I don't know why it wants to do that. And make sure the linear tracks are facing the same way they should be. Yup. So I don't know why it's doing that. Let's for now just do a... Okay. So I think what it was doing is the linear tracks were trying to fall down, and it was infinite off. No, infinite's on. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's start with that. You know, generally, like what I tended like to do is proof of concept first. Will it work? If the answer is no, it's time to move on. Not gonna work. Why am I keep working on it? So I want to get this proof of concept kind of done. And then once that's kind of established, we can move on from there. So let's get a micro going for that lift and everything. Stop. Was I playing Tarkov earlier? I was not. I had some good Tarkov shorts if you guys have been watching those. Slapping people. Ah, it's been good. Let's see. Yeah, one of my favorite strategies to like always keep inspired and building stuff is like come up with a cool build you like that, especially if it needs a bunch of accessory vehicles. I really like that concept of like, it's kind of like the whole aircraft carrier thing. It's like you build an aircraft carrier, well now you get to build aircraft, and then you want to build some boats to drop off of it, and maybe some life rafts and stuff like that. And it keeps you interested, you know. Shouldn't need that, but okay. Let's see. All right, that's good. Gonna be a pain to get this to line up probably. Go off you, I think. Yeah, let's go off you. Okay. Give it a quick run. Still, why is that being pissy with me? Okay, 4 is, that's good. What are you doing, linear track? Okay, so generally it's probably generally 0.1's too little. Okay. Don't know why that is misbehaving so much. Yeah, I don't know why that's misbehaving so much, but it doesn't. It's being a pain in the ass right now. Because, like, see, if I put him in between, why the fuck are you still going? Like, I've literally let go a while ago. Let's see, why is it doing this? That's weird. That is so weird. I don't know why it's doing this. I've got like 100 builds that do this, and I don't know why this one has got to be a pain in the ass. I really don't know why. And then why is that continuing? That's what's... Oh, I got to put the stop on it. Let's do the stop real quick. I didn't do that yet. Let's get the stop in. Catch up on chat here. Working on your Saturn 5, eh? Make sure you put a sync button in there. Yeah, see, I don't know why these are going asymmetrical like that. That is a bunch of bullshit, and I don't know why. I don't get what it's doing. Never had this issue before, so I don't know what the deal is. We'll verify real quick. Yep, physics is high. See, like that, why is it, so I get the weight, it should slide down, but as soon as I let go, it should be locking it into the next gripper track. See, it's taking forever. So, let me see what's up. Did I inadvertently not, up, down, reset 100%. Reset 100%. I don't know why that is being funky. It's weird. That is being funky. I don't know why. Okay. I doubt it's going to work well if I go sideways because the brakes are generally not all that strong. So why do sideways? Like, I'll go bring up some other builds that I have it on and see if they're misbehaving because maybe they did change something that's funked it up. Might just not like starting in the up position too, which is weird. Okay. I don't know why it's like it's not going to 0 very fast. This could be the problem too. Is it's acting as though it's getting a signal. So like, let's spawn it and see if the linear tracks are getting a signal when we're sitting here because they shouldn't be. They should be on zeros. Okay, yep. And then this should have the brake is on, but it's lagging. I don't know why. Like this should stop pretty much instantly. And it's sliding down. The brake is not coming on early enough, which is weird. Alright, lights on, so the brake should be on. Yeah, see, it comes on, but it's like, it's not braking for shit. I don't know what the deal is. And we'll proof of concept it. We'll see if it's going to be strong enough to lift anyway. See, like, the brake is on, and it's still going. That was the same behavior. The gripper track was acting funky. They didn't break grippers, did they? Oh, thank you, Zizo. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know what's up. I haven't had this issue. I'll grab another build, make sure it's just this build's not being cursed, but again, it's a little weird. Quickly put that in recognition. Appreciate it, Zizo. Yeah, I don't know what the dealio is with that right now. Yeah, Moonlander would be cool. Yeah, see, like, watch what's happening is like when I press up, the light's gonna go off. That's what's supposed to happen. When I let go, the light will come on telling me the brake is on, but if you look, it's not braking for shit. So let's go over there and look if I can check it real quick. See, the brake is true, but it's not grabbing for shit. And, like, look, when I get close, though, what is it doing now? It's like, it's really interacting with my character. Like, more than it normally does. Let me play with this real quick. Let's go to auto, save. Go back to high, save. It's really having issues with my character. Alright, anyway, let's, we need to do a palette test anyways. So let's save this. I'll test some of my other builds to see if they're having problems. Why did you... Oh, okay, let's go. Yeah, these are behaving really fucking weird right now. Super weird right now. Like that, does this have fuel in it? I don't think this even has fuel in it. I'll do a reboot of the game and go take a coffee break, see what's up. Like, there's nothing in there. I'll do a quick game reboot and see what's up because it's acting funky. I'll verify file integrity too while I'm at it and do a reboot. I'll get back to you. All right, so one thing I'll do too is we'll do a new save. I haven't done a new save in a while, and they have changed a bunch of stuff, so we'll do that, and we'll also check on that. Yeah, let's see. Yes, default creatures, fine. Dark bullets, no elevators, fish survey, landmarks. Always off. It's amazing how many people don't click on the options, and then the first thing to do is they go on and they rant on Reddit or on Steam like, oh my god, the natural disasters are so annoying. They happen all the time. Like, if they just, like, literally, when you start your world, right here, I know it's, they should do options. Enable add-ons, I can see that being problematic. They could change it to options, which would probably be helpful. But again, it's like your computer doesn't self-destruct if you click on a button. So it's like, just click on a button, see what it does. You know? And that's where a lot of people get hung up, is they just don't click on the button. It's like, click on the button. Like, you want your frequency different on your missions or natural disasters, you know, you have it all at your fingertips, but it's like, a lot of people are just like terrified of clicking on the buttons, and I don't get it. Do not get it, you know? Because it literally takes less time to click on that button and check the options than it does to go rant on Reddit. It really does. Just do it. Trading mission zones, no missions, no tutorial. That's good. All right, back up. All right. Hi, welcome there, Zizo. Always too many projects. It's good to have a bunch of projects because there's a guy that I liked watching his videos. He was making like, especially wood machines. He lived out in the wilderness, and like he made like a washing machine out of wood in the creek, and the water would turn the drum of the washing machine. And so like he would work on, he had a bunch of projects going all the time, of course, because he's actually like, you know, he's living out in the wilderness and building machines to live. And one of the cool things was that he would you know, he talked about how when you start getting like essentially burned out of one project, move on to the next one. Because like if a project is a struggle and not fun, it's like move on to the next one. Because I often find that like when you're getting sick of a build, it's like the quality of the work's gonna go down. It's just not fun anymore, which is the whole point. It's like move on to another build, and then, you know, you start to get worn out with that one a little bit, and then guess what? You move it on the next, and then you can go back to the other one. So it's nice to have a bunch of builds to move back and forth. And if you get frustrated or stressed out with something, you just move on to the next one, you know? I think that works well to keep you interested. You know, and it's okay to take a break. Like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, you know, it's like, you know, they'll play stormworks and they're not really having any fun. It's like, well, take a break, man. It's like, you know, it's not supposed to be a job. It's supposed to be a hobby. You know, go play something else for a little. See, it's much better now. I bet you it's the save. I would say it's the save. I verified file integrity too. That's still slipping, but you can see it's lifting now, where before it wasn't. Like, it's working much better now. The brake is not working great. See, when I go under it, it behaves better. But it seems to be operating better. Let's put in the sideways and see what's up. You know, it could just be my imagination, but that seems like that is helping. But definitely seems to be better. Yeah, it's not an unusual thing either that a reboot helps. It's like Tarkov is incredibly RAM dependent. And Tarkov will often function much better with a reboot as well. You know, it's not that I'm saying it's the same reasoning between these two games, but it's that's something with Tarkov, like we end up having to do all the time, is Tarkov starts being funky. It's like, give it a reboot, see what happens, you know? Because often it clears the cache of the game, like any sort of bug that it might have introduced tends to clean out, you know, that helps. See, like, it's still doing this crooked bullshit. Why is it going crooked? See how it's going crooked? That, I've never had this issue before. Don't know what the fuck is up with that. That should be releasing. Let me see. Let's put that to 1 and see why the gripper is not releasing now. It is released now, okay. Like it should be. It doesn't want to, it feels like it doesn't want to release. Alright, so if I'm either at 1 or -1, so if I'm either pressing up or down, it should be releasing the gripper. Yep. Oh, you know what it is? I didn't move it over, that's why. That's why it's not releasing the gripper. Okay. Let's try that now. See, I still don't get why it's starting crooked. They're literally at the same spot. I don't know why it's starting crooked. It's a little weird, but I'll work on it, see what if I can improve it. Okay. Alright, there we go. It really doesn't like this gripper. It doesn't. It's like, you see, so it's not even that. It wasn't even the reboot. It was the gripper. It's just like, for some reason, it's pissy with the gripper. And I've done this on so many builds. All right, let's double up those linear tracks. Sometimes that helps. Should drop this whole set down is what I'm going to do as well. It's a pain in the ass right now because of where it starts. Let's double up the linear tracks as well. That will help at times. Because it can't torque as much. If it has a torquing moment on it, it can start to have issues. So doubling these up like this will help, as it's less likely to twist and torque. Alright, so see, now it's not torquing anymore. Ah, it is. What the fuck? I don't know why it's doing that. That's so funky and weird. I've done this on so many builds, and now it's like acting up. It's weird. See, that should be on, and it's not grabbing either. All right, let's grab another build that I know has this on it and see if that's misbehaving. So this has the same thing. It has 2 linear tracks, and it has 2 different gripper tracks. Let's see, what am I? That's smooth. What's the width on this one? This is working fine. I might just use this instead. Retro this one. That's 11. This is the max width. Cat, stop. Cat's just sitting on me, kicking me the whole time. Just relax, dude. Okay? Relax. It's okay. You're being a goof. Being a goof, he just wants all the attention. He wants to be on the porch, but it is 90-something degrees, so he can't be on the porch. So he's just being a lap terrorist, kicking me with the needles. Let's see what I can do for. I'm just gonna grab a quick toggle for this. I'm gonna try lifting it with full fuel. This is heavy with full fuel in it. What is going on now? Okay, it's working. I just couldn't see it. All right. Parking brake. Where's the? There. That's backup battery. I don't need that. This is meant for containers, so it's what just should be able to go down further, huh? That's the lowest it will go. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one will have no problem working this weight. This one hauls 2 containers like it's nothing, so. I think the other one was probably just too light and not having gripper problems here. Let's see. We'll snap. See, like that gripper over there to the left is not snapping into position. It's weird. Very strange. I don't know why that's not doing its thing. It could be the brake is just holding it off, but it should snap into position. Let's go down a little bit, see if I can get that to snap into position. Looks like it just did, so I think it's all right. See you later, Alistair. All right. Alrighty, let's see. I think we'll finish up early today. Yeah, I think we'll do that. But good work on that wrecker. Good work on the kind of some starting to work on some of the stuff for the cargo airplane. Hopefully, I'd like to get back into the career build series and actually utilize that cargo airplane and maybe do some multiplayer for cargo airplane. But thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video. Check out some of those Tarkov videos I put out. If you haven't subscribed and you liked the video, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next one.